goofy ass. So our first card we have is Kriya, and that is about effortless flow. It's about divine timing, divine femininity. It's about your right path that you're on. Not that there's ever a wrong path, but there is a more aligned path. It's about being in a spot in your life where you have to put forth less effort to get things done. You don't have to try so hard. And that's not to say that, you're being lazy or that you need to be more in your masculine energy to get things done. It's about balance. But effortless flow is simply that you're at a spot in your journey where you recognize that things can come to you easily with less effort than when you were first on your spiritual journey and you had to put forth a lot more effort to clear away the things that didn't, feel right to you to believe in anymore, that to think about yourself. The structure you had, the beliefs that you had around money and work and what you could accomplish and what you couldn't accomplish. And as you become more grounded on your journey and testing out new things and meeting people that you're aligned with and you share similar goals and interests and yada yada yada, you start to, I think, just get to a point where you recognize that you can do less with more. It's about quantity over quality. That, I think, has a lot to do with people being in their soft era. I'm in my soft era right now, and as someone, I had a previous video about how to tap into your femininity more, into your soft era. I had a lot of masculine energy because I just didn't grow up around men a lot. It was just a lot of strong, independent black women, and we did what we had to do, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's only something wrong with it if it starts to seep out so much that it starts to seep into other areas of your life, like dating, your personal life, where you can't let anybody do anything for you. You have a hard time asking for help. You have a hard time just relaxing and being in your feminine energy because it was never necessarily natural for you just to be there. You weren't allowed to be there. And that has to do with, obviously being in survival mode, which a lot of us have issues with. And it's just coming out of that will help. And you can watch my last video if you need tips on how to become more feminine. Our second card is Svadhisthana. It's correlated to your sacral chakra, your sacral chakra, however you pronounce it. And that card is really talking about your creativity, abundance, and pleasure, your passion projects. And it's really a call to focus on you, to focus on your core and what you want to be. Natasha, it's really about focusing on your feminine energy, focusing on the things that light you up, the things that you find pleasure in, like personally and like business-wise, creatively, things that are going to put you one step ahead of where you were this time last year, essentially. Like if it's in your healing, if it's in your business, if it's in your personal life, whatever it is, just making sure that you're focusing on how to get more sensual with yourself and how to just get inventive with how you, I don't want to say play with yourself like in a weird way, but like just how you choose to play like a child, how you choose to get creative, how you choose to have fun. Because I think the only way that things come effortlessly to you is if you indulge in more fun. And not to say, you need to be out here drinking and yada yada every day or every week, whatever. If that's you, that's cool. Oh my god, Natasha, my cat has got the zoomies. Yeah, the only way that you can really be in that effortless energy when things come to you and it's like magic is if you're playing more, if you're not so serious. And that leads us to the next card, which is the crown chakra card. And that's about creative wisdom and getting to a place where you have creative downloads. Like, y'all know when you're meditating or you're just having fun, you're not if you're a creative, you know the importance of having a work-life balance. But a lot of us can get to the point where we're just super in our masculine energy. We choose to work so much that the creativity kind of falls away, kind of drains us. Because we're okay, we need to make these bills happen. We need to make this a career, yada, yada, yada. But when you do that, you're sucking the energy out of you sometimes. And so there's the importance of playing and just letting things fall to the wayside sometimes. So you can get that life back into you, that creativity back into you. And it's in those moments when you're taking a break from whatever you're doing, sometimes that the answer just comes to you. And that's called a download. Essentially Neo, when he was pulled out the Matrix and they were downloading the martial arts fight styles and stuff to him. Like that. Things from your higher consciousness, from the universe, your ancestors, whatever you believe in, just come to you and because you're in a spot to receive it. So this is a call to like do what you can to get more in that spot to be able to receive. And obviously, like, you might not get downloads every day. Just getting into that headspace, that mental and emotional space where you are able to receive, even if it's not about downloads, will like better put you in a better spot in life because you're intentionally trying to receive. Our next card is Dharana, and that's about focused concentration, about clearing your mind, being very like having clarity, being very clear, but having like a single-minded focus. It's giving like whatever is distracting you, and it's not to say that like obviously you need to take breaks and stuff and have fun, but when you're doing your work and things keep coming up and they're pulling you away from actually getting your work done, then that's a distraction, boo. Like, you need to put your phone on do not disturb. You need to take a break from social medias. You just need to carve out even just 30 minutes, 20 if you know you only got 20, just do what you can and focus on that thing that you want to do for that allotted time period. And you can just keep doing that until your distractions just fall away. Like, I know it's really hard because as a writer, when I take really long breaks from writing, I can't just jump back into writing. Like, I'm trying to reread what I've already got, go over my notes, figure out where I picked up where I left off, all that, and then I'm checking my social media, uploading to my Instagram story, checking Facebook or whatever, check my email, maybe get on Shein, do all this other bullshit that don't got nothing to do with the thing that I was supposed to be doing. But I also have ADHD, so it's kind of hard. But the point is, you're making time, you're showing up and making time to do the thing that you really want to do, this project that you're working on that you really want to do. Why is it loud every time I try to do my readings? Our second to last card is Bhakti, and that's about devotion to your divinity. It's about how can you stay consistent with your devotion to yourself, to your self-love journey, to your healing, without feeling like you're not enough, I think, is what's coming to me. And that might not even be what's in the card, but for me, I want to say, how do you do all of that without feeling like you're never enough? Like, you don't want to feel like you're never enough. You're never in a good enough spot to have a better career, have better finances, to have a partner. And I speak from personal experience. I always felt like, oh, once I get this down, like, I'll be in a better spot. Once I have that, I'll be a better partner. Bitch, if you don't just go out there and just make it do what it do, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think somebody's singing above me. I don't know. Point being, your evolution, your transformation will always keep going. That's the thing about transforming and evolving. We're always doing that. It's like, it's never going to end. And I think that this is a call for people to go deeper on that journey. And it's not to say what you're doing already isn't good enough. It might be for people that feel bored about their divination practice. They feel bored with their traditional meditation maybe, and maybe they want to spice things up by doing something like some Bikram yoga, or like, I don't know, some qigong, or something different, adding Tibetan singing bowls into your practice, maybe more saging, more crystals, I don't know, whatever you feel like you need to add. This is just a call for you to go ahead and do that, to add something new to your practice that makes you excited to be doing it again. Because, if you're not excited to be spending this extra time with yourself and beyond this healing journey, if what you're doing isn't working for you, there's a problem. And it could be simply that you're avoiding trying to heal something subconsciously. At the same time, if you're just not excited about what you're doing, then it is time to switch it up, boo-boo. Our last card is Tantra. And I think we got this last time too. And again, this card is about balancing your masculine and feminine energies. It's really about really telling people to have a structured balance of their, a structured routine within, so they can have balance. Really, that's what I think all of this is about. It's having balance between your masculine and your feminine energies. You're getting things done, but you're not overworking yourself to the point of burnout, and you're relaxing and you're resting and you're recuperating and having fun, but not to the point where you're ignoring the things that you need to be doing for your own physical, emotional, mental, spiritual well-being, And I think sometimes we have so much from people and we just don't like, we're just so burnt out that we need to take like a deep rest and not do anything, not do shit. And that's cool, but we can't stay there for very freaking long, you know, like to the point where we start hating the fact that we're resting and like if you start feeling guilty about doing all that, then it's really counterproductive. It's counterintuitive to like feel guilty about resting and having fun and like hanging out with people you enjoy hanging out with. So that's why I think it's just really important to like be focused on the things that you need to be doing. You don't have to spend all freaking day doing these things. You literally just need 30 minutes or however long you need of focused time. You can commit to this one thing, just one thing, and then you can play. And then you can play because you can really and like genuinely thoroughly enjoy the time that you're relaxing and resting and having fun. No guilt whatsoever. No, we're done with that. No guilt. Okay, y'all, that was the reading. Give a bitch a follow, a subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram at They're Cleaning Naomi, same as my YouTube. You can visit my online spiritual shop. I'll link it. If you want to book an oracle reading, purchase it on my website, on my shop. Yeah, let a bitch know if you want any specific readings done. I don't like really have a lot of people asking for readings quite yet, but if y'all need like if y'all have like a specific topic in mind, I'd be interested to do that. And I feel a little stuffy, so I think I'm gonna have some tea, y'all. So I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Polaroid picture gonna snap me in your frames. Ever since I came in, knew I would wreck the game. The day I met the microphone, shit, life ain't been the same. Intellect on cosmic levels, was born with 2 brains.